Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. And today we're taking a look at the black square. It's the Caravan 208. This is the Steam gauges version. And looking at the outside, this is the default model. So there's not a whole lot to see on the outside, but the inside is where this is at, and this is the Steam gauges version. So what is this exactly? I guess we can say this is an improvement, but I feel like just saying this is an improvement is a massive understatement, simply due to the fact every circuit breaker, every bus, meter switch, knob, everything is functioning. This is a fully functional airplane now. Everything works. So this mod, it's not really a mod, it's a payware. I guess we can say paywares are mods as well. But yeah, this really picks up the 208, the Caravan, and it brings it to a whole new level. This is just so good, it's insane. So right here we have the circuit breakers. And as you can see, we can pop them out. If there's a switch here, it should be working. It's beautiful, really. I will have a link for this in my description down below. This was done by Black Square, and this is being published by Just Flight. So the Caravan includes a 675 horsepower engine, so it is a very, very capable aircraft. We're going to be taking a look at the aircraft itself, how it flies. We're going to be doing a short flight. This does include a really nice manual. It's very, very extensive. It's like, I think like 60 pages long, over 60. As you can see, we do have the checklists in game, and this really helps. I will be following the entire checklist as well. So, before we start the checklist, we have some instruments here. So I am using the PMS50 GTN 750. I'll have a link for everything I'm using in my description down below, but if you get it, I highly advise you to read the manual, and the manual includes links to every mod you might want. So I have the PMS50 for the GTN 750. I believe this is the GTN 530. I might be mistaken, but I think I have a mod for this. And for the autopilot, which is here, I also believe I have a mod. Right here on the Copilot side, you have, let's go a little bit closer. As you can see, you can select what sort of GPS you want if you don't want any, so you can pretty much customize this to whatever you want. And this is a switch, so you can toggle the amphibious, this thing here. Very, very nice. Okay, back to the checklist. The interior should be completely new. Completely revamped. A new interior, new panel. The steam gauges, they look beautiful. Pre-flight inspection is done. Cabin doors closed. Parking brake is set. It is set. Control lock removed. Seatbelts. All the switches are off. Ignition on normal. And a really nice thing, if you don't know where something is, you can just click this and it shows you. Very, very nice. Circuit breakers, they are all in. Fuel selectors, both on. Oxygen pressure. So right here we do have an oxygen system. And you can use the oxygen if you're flying at altitude. So this is a really nice touch. Ventilation and AC is down below. Everything is off. It is off. Bleed air is off. Emergency power lever is normal. And this is on idle. So this is your throttle, this is your propeller, and this is the condition lever. Propeller full forward. So the propeller, if you bring it all the way here and another notch, this is the feather position. So yeah, full forward. Condition on cutoff, it is on cutoff. Fuel cutoff pushed in. Firewall valve pushed in, it's this one right here. Battery switch on. And we can test the initiator panel. So everything lights up. The fire detector. Okay, looking good. Flaps up. No smoking and seatbelt sign. Yeah, both of these coming on. Okay, page complete. I'm gonna reset the page. Engine start, battery. So yeah, I will have a link for the Just Flight page for this, as well as any mods I'm using. I will be using a airport mod for our destination, which is Oshkosh. So yeah, we're going to Oshkosh, and I will have a link for the airport as well. So beacon. Beacon is this one. If you don't know which one it is, you just click this. Very, very nice. So beacon. Avionics 1. Buzz votes. Right here you can select votes, battery, alternator, generator. As you can see, it's positive, so we are using the battery. Voltage 26-ish. Emergency power extinguished. Clear prop. Okay, you wanna stay there. Fuel boost pump, and again, this is the fuel boost pump, off, norm, on. We have the initiator panel right here, and fuel pressure low. So there we go. The initiator extinguished, yes. Fuel flow, none. We have the fuel flow gauge up here, next to the fuel tanks. Starter engage. So there we go, looking good. Oil pressure is rising. (10) greater than 12, low idle. An eye on ITT. It didn't cross the max. So far so good. Fuel flow. Sufficient. ITT. Good. Greater than 52. Starter switch coming off. So, starter switch. Just in case you're wondering, it's this thing here. Yeah, no, nothing on the initiator. Generator switch. Okay, so this is really, really nice. So we have this right here, the initiator generator off. And if we look here, we are using the battery. So alternator 0, generator 0. We have to reset the generator. There we go. See? The generator just picked up the load. Extinguished. And if we look here on the checklist, load positive. It is positive. Battery, alternator, battery. It is somewhat negative. Okay, so it is charging. It is extinguished. Yo, boost pump coming off. Extinguished. Weather radar. Let's make sure it is on standby. We don't want to microwave anyone near us. It is on standby. Avionics. And this is really big. The weather radar looks like it actually works on the Caravan. Black Square did an absolutely amazing job here. They really did. Nav lights. We will be using nav lights. There we go. Suction. Suction is this right here. Remote compass, slave, and aligned. So let's see if it's a better view for us. It looks like it is. Okay. So here for the compass, we have it here. We have slave and free. When it's enslaved, it's basically using a magnetometer, I think. It should basically give us the heading. But if there's some sort of magnetic disturbance or something and we actually have to tweak this ourselves, we can go on free and we can adjust. And this is also nice, so we can check if it's actually working, and it is. We can do this, and there's like this indicator right here showing us whether it's aligned or not. And then if we go back to slave, there we go. It's adjusting. It's right in the middle. So yeah, it's aligned. Ventilation as required. Let's check the temperature. So if you wanna check the temperature, it's one of the functions on this. So function, flight time, outside air temperature, a very nice 18C. Very nice. I'm not gonna be using any AC or anything. Radius, check. Okay, so far so good. Taxi. Okay, so just before our taxi, something I really want to do is fix the GPS. So this is where we are at. And we're going to be going to Oshkosh. So there we go. So we are at Kilo Sierra Bravo. There we go. And we are going to Oshkosh. We're going to be departing out of runway 31. We're going to go southbound. Okay, so far so good. It looks far, but it's really not. It's really not. It's very close. So yeah, we're not going to be doing a direct flight. I do have something else planned. So yeah, very nice. Right here, it's the GTN 430. Okay. We can look at this once we take off. Taxi, flight instruments. Everything is looking good. Altimeter set. Cabin lights off. Taxi lights on. Inertia separator as required, not yet. Parking brake release. Okay, we can release the parking brake. And we're not going to require any pushback right here. Okay, parking brake is released. Nice and easy does it. And look at the ground handling on this. It's great. Ooh, that was close. Okay, so run up checklists, parking brake, that. Seatbelts secure, flight controls free, standby alternator. Okay, let's move this sideways. It's this right here. It's on. Let's check for 0 amps. We do have 0 amps. Generator load is between 30 and 60. Generator switch trip, which is down. This is 0. Standby alternator load, positive. So the generator went out and the alternator picked up the load from the generator. So it's working. Let's reset. Alternator is 0 and generator is positive. Fuel boost pump on normal. Fuel selectors both on. Fuel quantity looking good. Fuel cutoff pushed in. Trims set for takeoff. Flaps 10. Power levers, so let's do 400, which is around here. There we go. Slowly but surely. There we go. Suction, check. Buzz votes, check. Okay, so we're gonna go inertial separator. We're gonna look at the ITT. It's rising slightly. There we go. Check increase, yes. Off. Off it goes. Instruments looking good. Power on idle. Pitot heat coming on. And if we scroll down, we're gonna look at the generator load right here. So as you can see, it does go up slightly. The electrical system was completely overhauled. It's quite something. Yeah, pitot heat, generator increase, off, windshield anti-ice. I'm just gonna test everything. It kind of moves very, very slightly. Propeller de-ice. And the propeller de-ice, we're gonna check right here. Let's go. Yeah, it's this needle right here. So propeller de-ice. It's up. Airframe. Yeah. It is cycling. Off. Pitot heat on if outside air temperature is less than 4°C, or if we have visible moisture, which we do not. Ice protection as required. AP. Yep. Autopilot set for climb. Battery charging current less than 10 amps. Yep. Weather radar as required. This is the test mode. Yes, it is on. Strobe lights as required. strobe, landing lights, taxi lights, initiators, test and consider. Yep. Flight instruments, and going back to the flight instruments, there's a really nice thing, which is the airspeed indicator. There's a true airspeed calculating ring. So there's a difference between indicated airspeed and true airspeed. But since we have a steam gauge, we have the indicated airspeed. But let's see if one of the quick views is better for this. Yeah, I'm just gonna move around. There we go. There we go. A nice zoom. So there's this outer ring here, which is a true airspeed calculating ring. And it's similar to one of those flight computers. You can position it for pressure, altitude, temperature, and it will give you an estimate of your true airspeed. So you move this around, it's gonna let you have an estimate of your true airspeed. Very nice, very nice. Storm windows are closed. Fuel condition is high. Parking brake release. For takeoff, transponder on out mode. Linear lights are on. Inertia separator is required. Takeoff, check. Everything in the green. ITT, yep, looking good. So we're just gonna line up. Parking brake released. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and it also lets me know you guys enjoy the content. And the good thing about the Caravan is you barely need any runway. As you can see, we don't have a massive runway right in front of us. I'm not even all the way back. We don't need a whole lot of runway for this. So yeah, flaps 10. Okay, beacon, everything. I'm just taking a look. Inertia separator coming on. I'm gonna keep all the instruments in the green. There we go. Making sure to keep the torque under control. There we go. Rotate. .95 knots. Flaps coming up. Flaps coming up. There we go. I want to climb to 4,000. And we're going to be heading south. As you can see, this will be a very complicated flight. And I'll let you know why in a bit. Just bear with me for a little bit. Okay, so this will be an IFR flight, and if you're not familiar, IFR stands for I follow roads. We're gonna follow this road westbound. We're simply gonna follow this. And this road will lead us to a highway, and we're just gonna keep going west. And that's gonna lead us to Lake Winnebago. We're gonna go around the lake, and we're gonna come in to Oshkosh for runway 31. So yeah, very complicated. Okay, looking good. So let's adjust the heading. No. We could do a direct flight, but that's too easy, isn't it? Okay, autopilot. Heading. Vertical speed. No, you. There we go. 4,000. Vertical speed. 1,000. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, so flaps fully up. Torque. Okay. Temperature in the green. Inertia separator. There we go. Okay, let's find en route climb. Pitot heat on if less than 4C or visible moisture, and we're looking good. Propeller looking good. Cruise lights, cruise checklist. So landing lights coming off. Oxygen as required, not required yet. Okay, so next checklist will be for the descent. As you can see, we are still following this road. We have Lake Winnebago right there. Very, very complex flying. A very interesting piece of equipment is this right here. Correct me if I'm wrong, and it's entirely possible I am, but you can tune into like a VOR with this, and you can kinda move the VOR. So you can fly an RNAV approach. I believe that's it. This is really, really nice. I have not played with this, so I'm not entirely sure how to operate this properly. But we do have a GPS, and that's what is mostly used nowadays. But this is a backup, or if you just want to fly with this. Very, very nice. Set course 312. Yeah, if we were following the GPS, we can just set the course and yeah, this would give us the deviation. Super, super nice. The GTN 430. Traffic. I'm gonna keep this on traffic. And just before we get to the lake, I do want to check out the circuit breakers with you. So if we look on the, I think I'm gonna do the lights. If we look on the outside, I'm gonna turn on the lights, taxi, landing lights. So you can kind of see lights are on. Standby power, flaps, vent. Let's look for the lights. The fuel quantity, oil temperature. Okay, so left landing light. It did turn off. This is the taxi lights. Yeah. So if we turn off the taxi lights, yeah, it's gone off. And if we pop the breaker in again, it's back on. Very nice. So left landing light, strobe, beacon. Let's see if we can find the right. Yep, the right. It's off. Then left. So right is off, left is on. So the electrical system was completely overhauled. The buses are functional. The circuit breakers, everything really. This is amazing. What else can we pop out? Fuel quantity. So it is functional. Left. It's not functional anymore. Very, very nice. Let's keep playing around with the circuit breakers. Oil temperature. It's gone down. Yeah, it's gone up. So as you can see, the circuit breakers, it's very, very functional. Okay, let's take a look. Waypoint info, elevation 780. We're gonna be descending to 2500. Vertical speed, negative 1000. There we go. Pulling the throttle back a little bit. Okay, so pitot heat, if outside air temperature is below 4, nope. Everything is looking good before landing. Fuel selectors, yeah. High idle. So far so good. Okay, let's hide this real quick. Decision altitude will be 500. We can see the airport right there. I really hope you can see this clearly on YouTube. Coming off the autopilot. It's very easy to hand fly this, and they have tweaked the flight model. So I'm just moving around. It's fairly responsive. Very easy to fly this, hand fly this. Flaps 10. There we go. There's a separator. Flaps 2. I'm gonna leave the last flaps until we're closer to the airport. Okay, trimming the aircraft. There we go. I cannot see the PAPI lights yet. I don't remember if they have PAPI lights on runway 31, but I do imagine they do. Okay, so far so good. It's a beautiful day to be flying here. I really wish I was here in real life. Okay. Okay, getting ready for full flaps. And after we land, I will show the airspeed indicator. And try to explain a little bit about how it works. Okay. We are full flaps. As you can see, we are flying very, very slow. I'm gonna assume everyone is familiar with the Caravan, but the Caravan is the kind of airplane you can land anywhere, quite literally. Especially considering we have, we can go on reverse, and we can also use the brakes, and you can stop this insanely quick. Insanely quick. There we go. We have the PAPI lights in sight. It's okay if we don't follow the PAPI lights. I do want to land a little bit late. But I do want to be close enough to the runway that I can show you the scenery. So for Oshkosh, if you're not familiar, they have multiple aircrafts landing at the same time. So what they do is they have paintings on the actual runway. So it's basically a colored dot. Okay, let's get closer. And then when you're coming in, they're gonna assign you. So this is us X-ray Golf Sierra. They're gonna go like X-ray Golf Sierra cleared for land, clear for runway 31. They're gonna assign a color like blue, red. We do have someone on the runway. Let's go a little bit lower so we can see. So we have purple. Yes, we have purple. So they're gonna assign purple to someone, and they're gonna tell us to land like red, which is a little bit further in front of purple. Okay, let's float so we can keep looking at the runway. Here we have yellow. Okay. Nice and easy. This is red. They're gonna assign us like red, and then we're gonna land on red. Or try to, you know. You know. And reverse. Right here we have blue. We're gonna exit the runway. There we go. Flaps are up. Pitot heat is off. Ice protection is off. Strobe off. So strobe is off. Landing lights off. Taxi lights on. Low idle. Weather radar on standby. We do not want to blast everyone on the ground with this. Inertial separator as required. It's coming back in. And then all we have is the shutdown. Okay. Now we can taxi to a very nice parking spot. Which conveniently is right there. Okay, so airspeed indicator. This is very, very useful. So the green, this limit on the lower side of the airspeed, it is the, ooh, someone's having fun. So yeah, on the lower side, the green, it is the stall limit on clean configuration. So no flaps, clean. There we go. This white is the flaps limit. So flaps limit on top. And on the lower side is the stall on flaps configuration. So yeah, very, very useful to notice. Okay, taxi lights coming off. There we go. So far, so good. Here we have a quartz analog clock. It's actually a chronometer, I believe. But yeah, checklists. Parking brake is set. Avionics off. Standby alternator off. Fuel boost pump off. Heat and AC off. Power lever idle for 1 minute. It's been roughly 1 minute, so yeah. Prop feather. Condition on cut off. There we go. Thank you for closing my checklist. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is not on the plane itself. Exterior lights. Nav lights coming off. Seat belts. No smoking. Prop stopped spinning, so beacon. Battery coming off. Okay, fuel selectors both off. So it's up here. Oxygen off, it is off. And inertial separator off, it is off. Okay, flaps is up as well. Yeah, that was very, very fun. And just before ending the video, this is what the lights look like. This is what it looks like during the night. Overall, I feel like this is well worth picking up. It's really, really, really good. You do have to have the Caravan installed. So if you're like me, I usually remove things I don't use, like the flight lessons. I don't have those. I do have the Caravan, but you do require to have the Caravan installed, the default Caravan. I believe that's it. It's really good. I really hope I haven't forgotten anything. If I have, let me know. I will try to have more videos using this Caravan, simply because I really, really liked it. And Black Square, they should have a King Air 350 mod payware releasing in the near future, which, judging by the Caravan, it's very, very promising. The King Air is a fantastic aircraft, and I really hoped I really hope it gets the same treatment the Caravan did. It's really good. Again, I will have a link for everything. I will have a link for the aircraft. It is a payware. It's on Just Flight. I will have a link for it, all the mods. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And it also lets me know you guys enjoy the content. And wherever you are, I hope you stay safe, fly safe. Bye-bye.